with Andor, as an audience, we just got introduced to a new Bail Organa. Like, I guess I'll go first to Nick. Like, what are your thoughts on Benjamin Bratt as Bail Organa?
So I had a moment. I'll be honest. I had a moment where I hesitated, and because I love Jimmy Smits. I love Jimmy Smits as Bail Organa. I love Jimmy Smits, who eventually becomes President Matthew Santos in The West Wing. Matt, there you go. It's right there.
Drink on that one, Matt.
Yeah, drink on that one. Yeah, Matthew Santos, Jimmy Smits. I do love him as an actor. I think he's been in a bunch of great stuff, and it's that kind of associated, like, yeah, that's who in your mind you believe, Bail Organa to be. But I will say, after I got over that initial moment where I went, oh wait, it didn't trip me up. It didn't catch me out. I love, and I just knowing what we had, I'm excited for what everybody else is going to get to see, in the continuation in the second half of the second season of Andor. I'm totally fine with it, and I think it's a great choice. I heard that it was nothing but scheduling conflicts. It wasn't anything, oh, he had a problem and they had to get rid of him. That's fine. And I love that they said, let's just keep the story going and not try to fool with computer and all that kind of nonsense. So I'm good with it. Yeah, they didn't target it.
All right. What about you, Chris?
Oh, this one.
I was like, oh, there's multiple Chris's.
Yeah, when I heard the news, I went, oh, okay. Because Benjamin Bratt is he's been a favorite of mine since one of his early movies called Blood In, Blood Out, this East Los Angeles drama. It's amazing. So yeah, when I heard he was taking his spot, I didn't know why. I was just like, okay, all right, he's taking the spot. Something must have came up or whatever, and I was cool with it. And it's Benjamin Bratt. You if you're going to pick someone else to play Bail Organa, it doesn't get any better. So yeah, I'm all about it.
All right, other Chris.
All right. Yeah. So, I mean, part of me was like, I watched this episode really early in the morning, and I'm still like kind of jet lagged crazy enough like a week later. So I'm like, part of me was like, wait, what's happening here? There's something off here. Like, I got to identify, like, I know it's a darker scene. And then I was like, oh yes, this is a new actor. I'm not familiar with the actor at all. But what I will say, I was like, okay, they're going to introduce him here. It would make no sense to do this and not have him show up again. So I guess this is just their way of like, okay, let's do a quick scene to get people okay with this. And then maybe later on, we'll see. I'm sure we're going to see him at some point. But as far as, it's either this or it's the CG. And I think this is going to be the way to go. For whatever reason, even though I mentioned I don't like read any of the Legends stuff too much, for whatever reason, it feels like this could have been like a Legends version of him on a cover from some book from like the 90s. That's why I looked at him like, this kind of, he fits an Alderaanian, whatever that means. It just looks very, very regal in the way. And I thought it was a pretty good scene, even though it's like I was thrown off. So I'm looking forward to seeing hopefully more of him soon.
Mm-hmm. All right, Pete, you want to round us out?
Sure. Yeah. So there are three actors that I used to get. I could have switched them up one for the next. You had Jimmy Smits, you had Benjamin Bratt, and you had Lou Diamond Phillips. You could have taken either one of those three guys and put them in the same exact role. And so I don't know what that looks for, Chris, but I feel like it was a bad choice of thought. However, that being said, I feel like Benjamin Bratt is the perfect person to replace him. Although interestingly, he's only like 7 years younger than Jimmy Smits. So, it wasn't an age thing. And Chris, what you said, what you said is exactly what we said on Road to Rebellion. Is there's got to be a reason why they switched him. You don't just do that for one scene. So we'll see what ends up happening. I have no problem with it. I think recasting is great, and as cool as I thought the Tarkin was in Rogue One is as uncool as I thought the Princess Leia was in Rogue One. So let's just bring in new actors.